Hey, Gold family, welcome back in. Happy Friday to everybody out there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And glad it's the weekend, right? I know I definitely am. I'm definitely glad it's the weekend. Welcome in, Brian, first as always, John's girl. Yoda, how are you doing? Shell, hello. Who else we have in here? Dog, welcome in. And welcome in everybody else who is lurking in the background. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day out there. We are going to give everybody a few minutes to join in, chat amongst yourselves, greet each other. Uh, yeah, and we'll strap in. Get you something to drink, fix you some popcorn, whatever you might be needing. But we're going to get after it tonight, guys. A lot of building to do. We're going to go over some of the patch notes we had in a new update today. Some things that got reverted back the opposite direction, and that's a good thing. I think for me, I'm pleased with that. Very pleased with some of the reverting back of some of the things. So very excited. I hope you guys are still enjoying the update. I know I am. Very excited about the update. Very glad for some of the items, everything that we have in the update. Some of the mechanics, though, you know, some of the mechanics with the customers, we're going to see changes on those. But either way, though, I'm enjoying it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. But I appreciate you all for jumping in tonight. Lots to talk about. Loving the new update. Can they revert the truck back to the side of the building? Yeah, I've said that same thing. I think the truck is actually going to be movable. I think we'll be able to move it, you know, place it different places. So that would definitely help a lot. Definitely help a lot. Hey, Locked Lady Gamer, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. You guys let me know what the weather's like where you're at. We are actually getting some cold weather here, and it's starting to feel more like winter. So it's supposed to be freezing tonight. Sounds like a weatherman. Oh, that's funny. If I was a weatherman and I had to call the weather, it'd go something like this. Tonight, you can expect a 100% chance of chaos. So there you go. That's my weather report for the day. 100% chance of chaos. And maybe 75% chance of goofiness as well. So that's funny. As I talk about it freezing tonight, yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Feels like 1 degrees. Ooh, that's rough. I hate it. Anything below like 50 degrees, and I'm just, that's too cold for me. Rain tomorrow, snow Sunday. Can we just skip ahead to spring? Rattlesnake Radio, welcome and happy Friday to you. Raining there, but you're excited for Hypermarket Simulator. Yeah, I think with the weather though, it's perfect. Like a rainy day, snowy day, cold day, any day actually is a good day for Hypermarket Simulator. At least for me, I feel like that. Gonna be 18 there tonight. I think it's gonna get down in the upper 20s, maybe lower 20s here. So yeah, if you guys haven't already done so, smash that like button. And once again, let's try to get our channel growing even more, guys, as we're on our goal to 300 subs. And we're getting close. We are getting a lot more views on the channel. You guys are doing an amazing job. Always hitting the like button, sharing the stream, and dropping comments. That's the biggest thing. Commenting on the videos, commenting in the live stream. It makes a huge difference for the channel and growing the GOAT family. You had 50% on the truck. That is crazy. I can't get above like 22% at all. I can't get that high at all. I mean, that's a pretty good number. I think right now, actually, if we just threw some things in there, I think it's like 20, yeah, 20%. See, so the truck absolutely hates me. Absolutely hate me. Let's get after tonight, guys. We do have something set up here, and I was working on a little bit of a video and a setup, and this was before the patch came out. We were going to try to utilize our stalkers in the most efficient way possible, but they have introduced a patch that reverted back the numbers, so you kind of don't need this now because customers can only buy, I think, 5 items again. You know, it was like 15 to 30, so that got reverted back, you know, so you kind of don't need to go with this, but if you want to, you still can. So the fastest way to utilize your stalkers, guys, and we did this with cereal. There's kind of 3 things that you need to have. You need to have your shelf, whatever you're going to use, your product, and we just stocked up cereal. You need a trash can, and then you need your storage shelf. And essentially what this does here, and we'll go ahead and open the door. We'll flip through the day and I'll show you guys essentially what this does. Because it's fast. It's a lot faster this way. I don't know if you can keep up 100%, but you'll be able to keep up a lot better than you would if you did it the other way. So I'll show you guys the strategy behind this. The strategy behind this is to keep your stalkers from walking 2 million steps for one box, because the way most people have it set up, and the way I have it set up, just because I'm not too concerned about running out of stock, is I have my items here. So my stalker's got to come all the way back here, and let's say the box is on the very back of the shelf. All right, how many items have we already sold now, right? So we're running out of product fast. Let's grab the box. We'll grab the box. We'll come all the way back over here, and we know that we move faster than the stalkers, right? So it might take them twice as long. We come over here, and by now we've already sold 3,000 items right here, right? So now we're out of cereal because I had to run all the way over here. So the idea behind this, guys, is to have your stalker have no space to walk at all. They don't have to make any trips. They come here, they grab the box back here, right? So we'll order some more. They're going to grab the box from here. They're going to stock up the shelf, and they're going to throw the box away. They're going to do the same thing until this shelf is full, and then they're going to go on to the next shelf, right? So you've saved quite a bit of time doing it this way. So, you know, that's essentially the fastest way to keep your shelves and store stocked up. And I was trying to think of a way to do this to keep it out of sight, out of mind, right? You know, like if you have the storage shelf right here on the side, now you've kind of got like a sore eye, you know, you got your storage here and it kind of maybe just looks off. So I think the best way to do this would be to create a wall with maybe entrances on the side. You know, maybe you have a little doorway, but leave a little bit of a gap. You don't actually need to be back here at all. Like the stalkers can stock through this wall. And I put a window here so you guys could see if your product runs out, right? So let's say you have a full shelf right here full of this same product. If you don't see any boxes here, you can see the item, right? You see it says 0. You can keep count right here. If this part right here is empty, then you're going to need to order some. You just order some and the stalker comes over here and puts it on the shelf. But that kind of keeps it out of sight, out of mind. So, you know, just a little bit of an idea. If you guys want to use it, go ahead and use it. You know, if you've got a better way, go with that. But just something I think, for me, helps to keep us stocked, you know. But if customers are only buying 5 items again, then I think it's not a big deal, right? You know, 5 items, they can do that. Surely 22 stalkers can keep that stocked up if they're only buying 5. So just some food for thought there, guys. And I think the very first place we are going to start tonight is working on storage, though. I think we're going to spend about an hour on storage, stocking up some bigger items here that we have in the back. Maybe buying a couple more license, and then we'll jump into some store design tonight. We're going to need to buy some storage racks. You've done something similar before? Yeah, it helps out for sure. It helps out for sure. And my biggest thing is just keeping that storage rack out of sight, out of mind, you know, so it doesn't stick out. And it's very noticeable if you put it right next to the rack. So let's order 25 wide storage racks. We'll come over here to the back. We'll start placing down some things. And before we do this, guys, we don't actually have any empty shelves going on. So I think to actually save on time, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our employees off a break and let them kind of help out, you know. They can help stock some things up here.
Right away.
Yeah. This will save on some time. We won't have to spend too much time running back and forth, and we'll give them a chance to stock up some of the bigger items while we get the shelves in place. Oh, we put that in the front. That's right. We moved the cone in the front. So I have boxes on both sides of the building. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleaning up eventually with all this mess I've made. We'll come over here and do this. And we're going to balance it out. We'll do some stocking. We'll do some store design, a little bit of everything. You did something like that and had a big rack on the side of your shelf, and you post a video? Awesome. See, those things help out a lot. Those things help out a lot. And sharing the videos with other people so they can get tips as well. That's the biggest thing. And unfortunately, I think I did like 2 or 3 tutorial videos, tip videos, the past couple days, and For some reason, I've lost so much footage the past 2 to 3 days, guys. I think I've lost like 7 hours of content this week alone from corrupted files. I don't know what's going on between the PC and the PS5. It's a disaster right now. I don't know. Very upsetting. Do we have multiple people that are not on break? I think we do. Your buddy got the game and he asked you so many questions. You know, sometimes you just got to play dumb and just tell him, hey, I don't know, man. I've only been playing a couple days. I don't know. I don't play that often. Just tell him you play like 5 minutes a day. You set up a bakery with its own stock room. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea to have stock rooms for each of your departments. Now you know how I feel that you ask me so much stuff. Hey, I don't mind it at all. I really appreciate you guys valuing my opinion for one, and reaching out to get some help for, you know, second of all. I don't mind it at all. Unfortunately, it does take me a little longer than I'd like sometimes to get back with you guys. If I could get back to you faster, like instantly, I definitely would. Alright, let's get some of these racks over here. Today you built an outdoor storage room for the outdoor furniture. That's pretty cool. The idea of storage rooms, I love that idea. I really do. I really, really do. I mean, I'm all about the design right now, guys. I feel like that's what excites me the most, is being able to design things and not just, you know, open the store and close it all the time. You play dumb. That's funny. That's hilarious. And I actually, guys, I had a pretty good conversation today with Croissant Games about some ideas that I had, and I didn't want to bother him, you know. I just reached out to him to see how they were doing mainly, but I did have an idea, guys, and you let me know your feedback. Let me know your opinion and what you think, you know, needs to be the balance for customers. You know, like, is 1,000 customers too much? Is it not enough? Is it too much? For me personally, I think it's too much. I think 1,000 customers is way, way too much. I think visually, it's like hand sanitizer in your eyeballs. Like, I think it's too much. I think it just needs, for me, I'd rather see the customer numbers scaled back to maybe around 500, 3 to 500, and then allow those 3 to 500 customers to actually purchase 15 to 30 items. I think it would fix more visually, and I think they'd be able to keep up better. So you guys let me know what your thoughts are on the customer balance in the game right now. Can I buy a slated sign, number 2, and put it in front of the windows? Huh, we might have to try that. But I did mention that to them as well as an idea for the customer balance right now. And you know, once again, I don't have the answer. I don't know. That's just personally what I'd like to see. As if your store gets packed out, you know, if you build the store and it's massive, you do all this work, 20 hours on your design, and you open the store and you can't see anything, you can't walk around because the customers are just all over the place, kind of takes away from it, right? Like, your design doesn't look as great if you've got customers just everywhere, right? I think, you know, I think there's got to be a balance. And I say that a lot too, but if you compare other simulator games, which I hate doing that, I really do hate doing that, you know, because this game is above and beyond other simulator games. But I do think if you look at other simulator games, like, they're not packing out their stores like that, you know, and I think that there's got to be a balance. I think 1,000 customers is probably the most out of any simulator game for one. So I think maybe turning it down a little bit. Yeah, they swarm like locusts. Oh, you're at a low level too, and they do that? Yeah. So, you know, especially in a smaller store, let's say you're level 100 and all you have is one expansion. You know, like, maybe you decided to focus on money, you didn't expand the store, and now you got 1,000 customers right here in this little area, and it looks like mass chaos. Like, you can't even stock the shelves. That's the biggest thing too. Like, if you want to help stock the shelves, you can't, because you got 70 customers standing on top of each other. So,
attention shoppers.
Yeah, a little frustrating trying to get stuff done while open. Exactly. I agree. And so I think scaling back the customer count, is a good balance, especially if you want to add in them being able to buy more items. And I think that several of you that are higher level have tried it out. You know, you stock the store up and you watched all your customers buy 20, 30 items a piece, and you couldn't keep it stocked up. One day you're sold out. So yeah, you can't see the shows, right? So it takes away from the visually appealing aspect of the game. And I just, you know, I think just scaling it back. I don't know what the exact number is. I don't know what, you know, the perfect number is. But I do think if you do that, you know, maybe you increase the XP. You scale it back to 500. You double the XP per customer, make it 2 versus 1. And now you still get the same leveling speed that you had before. And you kind of balance it back with less customers. So just some more food for thought, guys. We're handing out free food tonight in the form of tips. So hopefully everybody walks away tonight feeling full. Just some opinion though. But once again, I'm not complaining. I think, you know, I enjoy the game either way. I'm happy with whatever they decide to do. Yep, there you go. You'll be happy with whatever Croissant puts into. Same here. 1 XP per item sold. Yeah, that's a good one too. I think that's, you know, that's good for XP as well. But once again, you know, I am happy either way. I'm content either way. Alright, we're going to let them just kind of throw on what they want to throw on. I don't think we have any smaller items currently right now on the floor. And we have multiple people that are not on break. I don't know what's going on. I thought I only released one of them, but I guess everybody's deciding their breaks up. That's what we do in this store. Everybody just decides to work, even if they, you know, are on break. They just ignore me. And I did reach out to Cozy, guys, about the hair salon. And she was okay with that. She said that's fine. She was flattered that we enjoyed the idea and liked the idea of her hair salon, and she absolutely is okay with me using it. She did say she changed the name of it. She changed the name of it to Show and Tell, and I know the story behind the Show and Tell too if Yoda wants to tell this one. So we're gonna have to incorporate 2 names. I think we're gonna call it Cozy Style Show and Tell. We're gonna incorporate 2 names. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but it's gonna have 2 different names at the hair salon. But she's okay with that. Where's another storage rack at? Yeah, more XP would be good too. I mean, I do think that wouldn't be bad. You know, wouldn't be bad to have more XP per customers, or, you know, 1 per item. I could see that. Cozy Style Show and Tell. I don't know. I think that's what we'll call it. It'll have 2 different titles on it. And I did change this, guys. I don't know how it managed to change back. I did manage to change this in the background here. And I don't think you can change the text color. But you can, however, change the background. So we did change that. Let's see if we can do that again. Let's see if I can fix this back to the way it was. Yeah, there we go. So we did change this right here. We made this red. And I'm sure you'll be able to customize the color of the letters here soon too. So it's the name of the hair salon, that's right, that you owned. Yeah, there you go. So Show and Tell. I forgot all about that story. Yoda told me that story and I forgot all about it. But it makes sense, completely makes sense. And that's what we're gonna call our salon, Cozy Styles Show and Tell. So pretty cool. Inspiration, including inspiration from Yoda and Cozy. So, and I took a screenshot. I went back, found the video in the part where she made it, took a screenshot, and we're going to try to make it just like she made it. Going back to work, but don't forget to sign the sign to make blinds. That's a good idea. I definitely won't. That's a good idea. I'm glad you mentioned that. You're making a salon for Cozy, calling it Cozy Cozy Curls. That ought to be pretty cool. Everybody's gonna make a salon now. I mean, everybody If you didn't make one before, you definitely have the idea now, and you're just going to go ahead and make one. And if you guys are just tuning in, are new to the channel, I appreciate you for checking us out. As we are now currently broadcasting on 2 platforms, YouTube and Twitch. We're looking to get back on 3, possibly more. But I appreciate you watching from Twitch currently right now. And our main channel is on YouTube. So if I miss a message from Twitch, guys, feel free to jump over onto YouTube and join in the chat. We love the feedback, and we have a lot of people who love the ideas and love to communicate with everybody. Called your bakery Patricia's Baked Goods after your grandma. Well, that's pretty cool. And I think that's the best part for me, is just hearing the inspiration behind the names you guys give and the ideas you come up with for your store designs. Because I think at the end of the day, the customization of your store is what carries the game. I don't think it's the items. It may, you might like the items. That's great and all. You might like flipping the on and off switch, open, close. You might like running an actual store, but I think it's the customization makes it feel more personal and unique. So that's what the game is going to fall back on, if it's, going to have the replayability. Yeah, make sure I don't miss any chats. I got both pulled up today. I'm looking out for Twitch chats, YouTube chats, and I did go in and change a couple of our notification tones, so maybe we'll get somebody subscribe to the channel in the middle of the stream tonight, so we can show off some of those new sounds that we got on here. But we're gonna try to add more and more, guys. I'm really diving into the technology part, behind the scenes stuff for the channel, and we're going to try to add in, more things that look neat. And it's going to be a challenge, because I am absolutely illiterate when it comes to technology, I think. Let me get this put down. Can you please back up there a little bit? There you go. Give me some space. There we go. She's bringing the boxes here at least, right? Bells and whistles. That's right. Everybody likes bells and whistles, right? It's got to sound and look visually appealing, right? Store's name was your grandfather's store name? Park Lane Variety. That's really cool. I set that there. And I think doing it this way, we'll be able to just put down storage racks and get it done a lot faster. So to get it stocked up, because I think the storage room is going to take quite a bit of time as well. I mean, it's a work in progress on its own. We're going to have to put AC units on everything on top of that. So it's a little bit of work. When am I doing a 24-hour stream? I don't know. The date that I have in mind, once again, it isn't finalized, I think is gonna be February 7th, which is a Saturday. So we'll see. I don't have a finalized date, so you guys just stay tuned. We'll see what happens on that. I do have, however, I do have the game and content that we're gonna bring for that day, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, because I do think that several of you are gonna want to be involved too. So we're gonna play some co-op, and I think it's gonna lead into our next series on the channel too. See if we can't get this set in the right place. There we go. And I've thought about the color of the store with the ceiling, with the roof, and the walls. And I don't know. I still think it might be a bit too dark. Like, I think I want the walls to be a little bit lighter still, and I want the roof ceiling to be a little bit lighter. So I don't know. We might wind up changing that. I mean, I think once we get it all built, maybe I'll get a better feel for what I want it to be. Don't do it the 14th of February. No, I definitely wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do it on Valentine's Day. I don't think that'd make a great day to do a stream, 24-hour stream. And I don't know if that's I think that's on a Saturday too. So I think we're safe. I don't have to do a Valentine's Day stream. Thank goodness, right? Because I think that would be kind of hard to do. Liquor Baker Air is walk-in, straight line. The side is cop bribe. Hey Cindy, I'm having a great day. How about you? I hope your day is going good as well. Happy Friday to you. I hope you're ready for the weekend. Alright, we have got so much furniture here. We're going to start throwing some in the back of this truck and try to get a couple nickels back. 20%, that is crazy. Can we get a high price? Let me get 50%. Just one day can we get that? I don't think we can. That truck absolutely hates us. Pretty sure he's, you know, maybe it's Jeremy or Justin in the back of that truck, or driving that truck. Or Karen, who knows? That's right. 3-day weekend because of holiday on Monday. That's right. I think a lot of people do. Which is awesome. I know everybody gets really spoiled around Christmas and New Year's because you usually have those days off, right? You have Christmas, sometimes Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve sometimes. So you don't have to work as much that last week or two of the year. And then you go back and it's a full week and it's, you know, it's not fun. You're so used to having off days. So we need to order more? I think we do. Let's throw these to the side. Yeah, let's order more. We're gonna have to start using the back of that truck. We're just making a mess. So if you got in 23 days, it's 44%. I think Brian mentioned that he got 50%. You guys, I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know if you're bribing the truck driver or what. Just starting dinner, Cindy? Awesome. What are you having for dinner? Unfortunately, I try to make it a habit of not eating before our live stream. Just because, you know, I'll probably get sleepy after I eat, so we're going to try to avoid that. Yeah, we got 3 people over here just fighting to get something on the shelf. Most days you get 20-30%. Yeah, that sounds about right. They don't like us. They do not like us. 30%. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I think they're bribing the truck driver. I don't know if that's an option. It probably might be, but they're not going to tell us how they do it. They're bribing this guy. I've tried it. Trust me. I've tried it myself, and I couldn't get it to work. I walk up to the side of the truck. First off, I don't see anybody in the truck, so I don't know if this is an automated truck or the driver has gone to get some food, and he's going to come back. And then I can't figure out the drop cash button right here because I'd love to just drop some cash down. You know, that way it's a bribe without us getting caught and getting in trouble, right? Because we don't want to get in trouble like that. The update today reverted back some changes, and I'd love to pull up the patch notes. I'll have to pull those up so we can go over those. The biggest thing was fixing a lot of bugs and issues that were causing customers to get stuck at the self-checkout. And I mean bad, like they would not move. You could not load back in your game to clear them up. I mean, it was a bad bug. So that was the biggest thing. But it was mainly quality of life fixes. No new product, game mechanics, nothing like that. How did I move my store side to the middle? You're just on the left? I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe it's a PS5 PC difference. something in settings to allow us to choose how many products the customer can buy. I do think that that is a good idea. I really, really do. I think the difficulty option is going to be where that comes in. I think we might, you know, maybe we see an easy mode, a hard mode. Give us a couple of difficulty options, and those options, you know, maybe that will determine the amount of customers we get. So I think there's going to be a balance. I think we might get it both ways. We might have a huge customer rush for people who like that on hard mode maybe, and then we get an easy mode. But that's a great idea. I love the customization for the options. There you go. All right, so Yoda is posting the notes for the patch. You're still on the left on the PS5. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he did that. I do know that multiple store signs is coming to the game. So you guys will be able to put your store sign open, close, wherever you want. So that is coming. And I think it's also on their roadmap too. Hey Boo, happy Friday to you. Welcome in. There's the man I was waiting on. I was waiting on Boo to get in here. There you go. So it was a lot of bug fixes. And I mean, that's Croissant Games, guys. They put out a huge patch. They say, all right, we're going to take a break now that the patch is out because we need it, or because the update's out. And they don't do that. They don't take a break at all. The first thing they do, back to work. No breaks. Back to work. They just have to fix things first before they take a break. And I think the biggest thing right now is they're working on PS4. They're still trying to optimize PS4 and get that update out for PS4. So, and I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but I know that's going to be a lot of work. The PS4 is going to take a lot of optimization and work. And having played on the PS4, I can tell you that for sure. Control chaos in your store. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I mean, there are a lot of people who enjoy the amount of customers, and they like that, right? So you have to try to please both sets of people, and I think they will do that with an option setting, maybe a difficulty setting. I don't think it'd be too hard to do either. I don't think it'd be too hard to add in multiple options for customer count, or difficulty. So. Oh, I thought we just about had that down. Just about. Alright, can we get this box out of my way, please? There we go. Oh, almost threw that in the trash. And it's going to be close. I mean, we're absolutely going to wind up using this whole back wall here. And then there's a good chance we do have to use some in the middle, too. So it's going to be really hard to do, but I think we can make it work. Yeah, I can't wait to see your store either. And once again, you guys, we are doing some store walkthroughs. So if you're on PS5, PS4, and you'd like to show off your store, let me know. We'll do a live walkthrough. If you're on PC and you'd like to show off your store, let me know as well. Record a video, and I will play it on one of our live streams and give everybody a chance to see your store. So, might not be live, we might not be able to walk into it physically, but we can at least play a video and let everybody watch it on this channel. So I do think that is a great idea for showing off different stores. All right, this is gonna be close. I don't even know how many more items we're gonna have to go. It's definitely gonna get a little packed in here, but I'm okay with that. I think we'll be all right. We're okay. I mean, we just need very little walk room in this storage area, and we'll be okay. If you're done by Monday, yeah, I can definitely show it off. Would love to show it off if you're done by Monday or Wednesday or Friday, whenever it's fine, guys. We are live 3 days a week, and I do not mind at all showing off some stores. Because one, it helps me to it keeps me from having to show off my ugly store, right? So I can let you guys focus on stores that look good and not a store that looks bad, right? All right, I think we're just about done for storage for the night, I think. pretty close to it. Hyperchat. That's right. Hyperchat. If you are in the Goat Gaming Discord, there is a chat voice channel called Hyperchat, so you can jump in there and talk. You know, you don't have to just text. It is a good hangout spot to talk about Hypermarket. Good idea. That's actually Jeremy's idea, by the way, too. So, Dogs. Great idea. Yeah, we blocked that door too, and I don't want to do that. I think that's one thing we won't do, is we won't block that door. We will come over here, however, and start moving these a little bit over here. Don't want to block the door though. You know, but we fit 206 floor displays in here, so surely we can fit like, you know, 200 regular racks and shelves. Sure, we can do that. All right, let's come up just a little bit on that. How many more do we got to go? So a little bit, not a whole lot. We do have a lot more license to buy, so it's gonna get pretty tight in here, but we can make it work though. The biggest thing, you know, is just creating a little bit of a walk path. That's it. I mean, we don't need a lot of space, but we just need a little bit of room to walk through here, because essentially what you're going to do every day that you're going to want to do is keep up with your inventory daily, right? And I like to go by the 2-box method, you know. So when we're down to 2 boxes on the shelf, which essentially is every single shelf, right? So every day, if you want to keep up with your inventory and keep it stocked, you're going to want to walk your inventory and order every time you see you're down to 1 box, right? Because more than likely there's going to be a stalker that could have a box out there. But that's essentially how I like to play my simulator games. I think that's about all that we're going to do, guys, for the storage for tonight. Possibly. We'll put down the rest of these storage racks that we do have, and then we'll move on to the meat of the night, and that is working on more departments. All right, so let's start down here. We'll come over here, and just once again, just a little bit of walk room. We don't want to block that off completely, and I think we'll put one maybe right here. We do have a little bit of walk room here, and then we'll start another row here, I think, of these. We're gonna need more wide storage racks though, so. Yep, and I think I didn't order any in the back. All right, any more wide storage racks here? We got a couple of them. I'm gonna put this right here for now and see. All right, I mean, that's it. Essentially, that's it. All we need is just a little bit of space. The stalkers, they don't need anything. I mean, they're good. They can come back in here as long as they have like a, you know, a ½ inch walk room. They'll just throw it on the shelf. They're magicians like that. All right, we got plenty of those. I think we got way too many of the regular storage shelves. I actually need to turn this. So for ordering, we got our label facing outwards or inwards so we can see it a little better. So we'll put this right here. Do the same thing on this next one. And I don't know, maybe we do this right here, because I don't think we're going to need that many more of the regular shelves. So maybe we'll just do this. We'll see how this looks. If I can get this box out of the way here, because it is absolutely in my way. Yep, that'll work. We'll just do them back to back like that. Hey Valor, happy Friday to you. Welcome in. Go check Discord when you get a chance. Oh man, I'm all out of chances. I'm just playing. You'll have to give me a little bit of time. People love to send Discord messages while I'm live streaming. I don't know what it is, you know. When I'm not live streaming, I don't get as many, I don't think. But when I'm live streaming, Discord is the place to send messages. Not a bad thing. I just can't get to them all. Oh, okay. I just got your message. Oh, that's no good. Let me fix that. I will definitely fix that as soon as we finish up our live stream tonight. I'll get you taken care of. I forgot to change the access on that too. You send me stuff every day. You do. That's very true. You definitely do, and I appreciate it. I really do. I really do, and I don't mind ever. I don't mind you guys ever sending me messages. Live stream, not live stream. I don't mind messages at all. The crashes you were getting have been fixed. That's great news. Welcome in, Ultimate, by the way. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, we did get a patch that fixed some things and some bugs that got fixed, so big update, I think. You're constantly bugging me. No, you're not. You're definitely not bugging me at all, boo. We're busy playing the Escape the Backrooms, right? But you usually message me about stuff, you know, that's important, so. Where is another wide storage rack? I think that might be it. We might be all out. We might have put all the ones down that we need to currently focus on where you're on, so. When you do DM me when I'm not busy, I hardly ever answer. Oh, come on now. That's not true at all. That is not true here. I'm about to get thrown underneath the bus, guys. It's worse because the bus is probably moving right now. It's not a park bus. It's a lot easier to take that when you're thrown underneath the bus. It's not moving, but this one's definitely moving. Let's do something real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let's paint these walls again. I do want to lighten the color up. We're going to move on from our shelving and do something else. We're going to do some building now. Let's see if we can't aim at the wall here. There we go. We're going to try to go just a little bit lighter. I don't think. There we go. I think that's going to make a bigger difference doing that. And I like that. I think that's lighter than I don't know. I am not too sure. It's no magic school bus. That is very, very, very true. It's definitely not a magic school bus. All right, let's go to the ceiling here and see if we can go a little bit lighter as well. Yeah, let's go down this way. I mean, almost to the point to where you can't really tell. That does not look like much of a change at all. Let's try this and see. There you go. So that's a little better. Definitely a little better. Is that box still in the sky? It is. The box is still in the sky. I don't know how we're ever going to get it. I know how to get out there to float by it, to see it, but I just can't get it. I don't know how we're ever going to pick that up. It's still way over there in the corner of the store, and you can see it in the daytime. Matter of fact, we'll flip the switch and see if we can go take a look and see. Because there's nothing I can do. I don't know how to get it. I have tried everything in the world, and I can't get it. But it's not worth losing sleep over. But you can see it. You definitely can see it from the corner. I can jump up here and see it. It is off in the distance, and I floated over there before. Why is it so dark here? Why is the sun not up? What 6:30 in the morning, and it looks okay. There we go. I was gonna say it looks so dark out here. Some of that new lighting there. Maybe daylight savings time. I don't know. All right. So last time, if you guys missed the episode, we did build our cafe, and it is called the Comfort Cafe. Pretty simple design here. Nothing really special. But, you know, I wanted to keep it simple because of spacing issues. We did start on our grocery area here. We did work on a little department here. I think this is going to be maybe seasonal. Then also we have this corner here, which will probably be electronics. We have a hair salon that we started on, which I will have to change these walls here to match the floor display that we had before for the salon that we saw from Cozy. And then we have the barrel. We started working on our sports bar. And then over here, I don't know what we're going to have here. I don't know if this is going to be pets or what, you know. So lots to do tonight. Fly to get the box. I don't think you can, because you have to have a box in your hand to fly to begin with. All right, so we are going to trash this out of the way here, or at least move it for now. And we're going to throw it away. I know. We could throw it on the back of that truck, but we're not even going to bother because that truck's going to be like 1%. Why not? We'll see. You know, see if we can't get a higher price. 38. Look at that. Oh, 17. I'm lying. It wasn't even. I'm lying. It was 17. They tricked us. We saw 38, so he threw it. So we, you know, they tricked us. All right, let's work on our sports bar. Get rid of some items. Throw more burgers at goat. I mean, you can if you want. I'd probably just eat them right now. All right, so we are going to set this up, guys. I think our main goal tonight, maybe we complete the sports bar and we get the barrel done all the way. And I'm not sure if there's an issue with it stacking these high. I know before, if you stacked them too high, your customers could not reach them. So I don't know if that's still the case. So we're going to try to keep these at a certain level to see how that looks. And I don't know if we're going to need the floor display again or not. We'll keep it out of the way. Alright, we're going to move this out of the way. We do have some more barrels. We have some plants. And I think for the plants, guys, I think we're going to use these to build a wall with. I'm not usually a fan of these, but I think we're going to build a wall with these. So for now, we'll get them out of the way and we'll start building our wall. I mean, we're going to do an outdoor grill barbecue area, and I think we're going to do it right here. I think this is going to be like a little bar or a little grill area. We'll use these as a wall. We'll put, you know, tables here, barbecue grill. This is a pretty good area. I don't know if we're going to use these in the front. We might actually put fences down so you can actually see into the area, but I'm not sure. But I think we are going to do that with those plants there. I think we've already got one of these inside the barrel area. But we're going to place some of these items and get them out of the way just to clean up a little bit. Put that there. And we did have our makeshift TV we're working on, so we're going to have some more TVs out here too. I think we ordered like 6. Or mirrors, I should say. Yeah. Let's take this over here in the corner. Put these next to each other. I mean, I don't know. I just can't think of anything else to do with these plants. You know, but I'd like to use them. We're going to try and incorporate every single item that the game has to offer. Oh, another storage rack. We'll go put it down. Throws a ketchup bottle. Oh, I'm getting hit with things. Alright, let's start this here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we do this right here. We're going to leave this open like that, and then just line these up like this. We'll move this one over here. That'll work. Hey, welcome in 84 at 4. And I definitely missed your comment, but you said is that 5 billion over on Twitch, watching on Twitch. It is $5 billion here at the Hypermarket Billionaire store, which is why we call our series Hypermarket Billionaire, guys. That's why we call it that. And it is because we do have $1 billion. I have definitely not been ignoring you, Valor. I'm definitely sorry. If I missed one of your comments or a message from you, I'm very sorry. Don't be too mad at me. At least don't try to tackle me. At least, you know, I'll allow you to throw some ketchup, but just don't tackle me and break my ribs. All right, storage racks here. We will put those out of the way. And this is on console, so it's not modded at all. Not modded at all. I have two. Man, Jeremy, you are being brutal tonight, man. Jeremy's trying to definitely take me out. And there goes that swerving plane again. Yeah, we're gonna need to start throwing some of these items in the back of that truck. We haven't flipped burgers together yet? Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to be able to do that. I need to. I do plan on trying to do some co-op streams on the weekends coming up here. And Fast Food Simulator is on my list. Yeah, we just need a little bit of room here to go get in and out. Drunk pilot, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Denzel Washington, guys. That's, you know, he's up there flying like the plane in Flight. Great movie, by the way. Where am I going? Almost getting lost in my own store. All right, and these are gonna go like this. It's gonna look like a little bit of a TV somehow. I mean, you know, make believe, right? Yep, and that's gonna be our little TV for the wall area. Dartboard, we definitely need that. What is my favorite movie? I don't know. I don't think I necessarily have one favorite movie. I have lots of movies that I do like, but I don't think that I have one in particular that's a favorite. Dartboard can be, this is tough. We put it over here, customers are gonna walk in, probably get decked in the face with this thing. So we put this right here in the corner area for the dartboard. Keep everybody from getting harmed. Another storage rack. We ordered a lot of those, and I think I did that with just a count in my head. Green Mile. That's definitely a good movie, Brian. It's a good choice. And Crystalline did say that we could use these for blinds for the front. So we're going to try to do that and see how these kind of look. I mean, that's pretty cool. I do like that idea. That is pretty neat to use these as blinds on your store for the front. Let's see how these look. Let's put these more in the center and see how they look. Aliens. Yeah, that's definitely a good movie too.
The hypermarket
I do love the
will be
Alien
closing
series.
soon. Please proceed to the checkout areas. Thank you for shopping with us.
They filmed some of Unstoppable right down the road from you. That's pretty cool. Let's do this right here. Yeah, so that's pretty neat. I do think we can use this idea. That's a great idea, by the way, to put those right here and run them down all the way to the side there. I just think we need to make them the same color or a different color, right? We have to have it match everything else. Let's see here. What can we do to make this look better? I think that works. We leave it just like that. Great idea, by the way. Let's see here. What are we looking for? More lights. There we go. And I do like these above the window areas right here. Pretty cool. I wish we could use these, you know, as functional items. Alright, until we decide to use some of these items, we are going to throw them in the back of this truck. 17%. The numbers just keep going down. They absolutely are just trying to take all my money. They're actually trying to teach me a lesson, and it's called don't overorder. But we'll never learn. We'll just keep on wasting money, guys. I don't think we need any more arches for the moment either. What am I doing here? Besides getting lost. Let's throw... I don't know. I don't think we need any more shelves for the moment, so we'll put this in the back of the truck too. Try to fill this thing up a little bit. We've wasted so much money, and that's alright. This is on console. This is on console. That's originally what this game started on, and what I got it on as well when it first came out. So, and I'm sure if I started playing it on PC, that's what I'd have started playing it on. Welcome in, Michael, by the way. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, I think console was out. It came out in March of 2025, a little while before PC. Which is kind of backwards, you know. A lot of games come out on PC first, you know, to test the waters, then they come out of console. But this one was a complete opposite. And I'm glad, because console, we didn't have any. I don't know. We didn't have anything. I don't think. I mean, the supermarket games that were on console before this came out. Oh my gosh, horrible. And they still are. There's still no good console or supermarket games out besides this one. So. A lot of the knockoffs that are just really, really bad, but this was the best of the best. Still is. That looks a little off, but not too bad. We are going to use that as a TV, though. We'll put some tables out here in this area here. Pretty simple, though. We'll put a couple fridges here for drinks, beer along this wall here. It's going to be our dartboard area. We're probably going to use the fencing here, the directional fencing, to maybe come in one way. That's not enough room to create both, though. I don't think it is. Maybe we'll just do one way. Alright, let's throw this in the back of the truck and get a couple of dollars back on that. Same deal here. I really thought about using these corners, but we really don't need them at all. Vampire goat, that'd be a strange looking goat. We need a lot more of these hanging crate shelves, for sure. I like these things. And I do wish, and I don't know, I don't think you can. You can hang these a little bit on the arches, but I don't think they look all that great once you put them to a certain side, because they do start to blend in a little bit. And we tried this before. They look a little off. We're gonna test it and see if we can't make it look a little better. To kind of run it along this arch here. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. It doesn't look the worst. I don't know. That's not bad. I think we can work with that. We can work with that. We'll put 3 there, and then we'll kind of run them along this wall a little bit, you know. We're probably going to need at least like 15 more of those things. But until then, we'll keep cleaning up the mess we've created over here. Yeah, cold stuff, not too much. Yeah, that's the biggest issue we're gonna face in our stores too, guys, because we don't have any cold product down currently, and we're gonna have to figure out where we're gonna put that. You know, that might overpack the storage area here, but we'll figure it out. I think it's definitely possible to fit all your items in there. There we go. I like it. It's going to come together really nicely, and I really think that once we can customize colors on specific individual walls, it'll be even better. Maybe some more customization on signs as well. And this wall here, we'll put that there. We're going to go put this down over here. Better cold storage room for yours. Yeah, it's a good idea. I think it really is. I think a lot of people have been doing that. Oh, does that fit perfect or what? Is that gonna go there? It is. Look at that. That's awesome because we're actually over the line here, and you can tell that this is the line because it's the same color as the store inside, but it allowed us to place it over the line. I wonder if we can do the same thing here. It come out a little bit over the line coming this other way. I wonder. Very curious now. Yeah, I hope we can get it all in, Brian. We're going to try. We're really, really going to try hard to make it all work. And I think we can. It's just going to take a little bit of sacrificing. But we'll make it work. The biggest thing in my mind is I don't want it to be overcrowded. And that's one of the things right now that you face with all the customers in the game. So, you know, we want it to look more visually appealing than anything. I don't care about the 1,000 customers. Just make it look good. We are going to put 2 dartboards. Maybe a little dart area right here, and we'll have some seating, you know, against the wall over here. Not a huge sports bar, just enough for the local crowd here that likes to come watch their GOAT University Goats play on Saturday night. And I can't wait, guys. I'm excited about that too. We are going to have a season 2 of GOAT University here pretty soon. So if you had a chance to see that football series, we're going to have another one. We're not done. You're going to help me out? I appreciate that, Brian. Definitely need all the help I can get. Just throw that over there. We do have AC units, and I was going to install some of those, and we might. Let's do that. While we got items that we are going to use, we'll just go ahead and bring them in here. That way we can start turning everything in here into a cold storage area, just in case. So the idea behind this is to have one for every single shelf, even here on this back side, even for the large storage racks. Every single thing in here is going to be protected for cold product, just in case I accidentally remove a box, let's say, and I remove the tag on accident. I have some cold product. They put the cold stuff right here, and then guess what? Well, it's still protected either way. So it's just a fail-safe, that's all. You are definitely still the quarterback, Brian. There is no change at quarterback. You led us to the national championship, and we're hoping you can do the same thing in year number 2. And speaking of which, Monday night is the national championship game. So if you're a football fan, it is the last college football game of the year. All right. I think that's good. We're going to have to do some testing though when we get cold product, just to make sure we're in the right spot. Middle linebacker. Yep, middle linebacker. Yeah, I think we got a lot. I mean, I think we had a lot of interest in that series, and we wound up putting like 30 people on the football team from the GOAT family. So, do we have any more AC units? I think we do. I think we're good on the wooden barrel here. We've got plenty of those in there. We do need to bump some of this stuff back and fill this truck up better. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. You know, we will be live streaming still. We'll still be live Monday, same time. So I'll have to catch the end of that game. Yeah, and it's not going to work for, or maybe it will. No, it won't. See, it overlaps. So you can do it like this, but you're going to have some overlap, and it's just not going to look well. Not going to look great at all. So we're going to do it just like this. We'll leave that there with the hopes that You know what? Maybe we put a plan here to divide it up and then put the rest on both sides. Because this side over here is going to look kind of the same way, and it looks a little better this way. You know, we're able to make this look like it goes together on this right side. The left side's going to look a little off, so we might have to leave a plan or something in between and just divide it up. But the other side is going to look absolutely okay. Alright, let's throw this in the back here. There's another AC unit. We'll bring it in here. So cleaning out some of our mess tonight as we go, so we don't get too overwhelmed by all the boxes we've ordered, which can definitely happen rather quickly in this game if you order a lot. And having all the money I have has kind of spoiled me, you know, and I can just order whatever and not have to worry about throwing it away. So yeah, let's put this right here. Should be good for that one. Alright, this needs to go in the back here as well. Oops, missed that. We got enough of these. Another storage rack. We'll throw that there. Another AC unit. I think we ordered like 10 of these, so. Bring this in here. Put this one right above here. That's good there. Another shelf. We need to get rid of this thing. We're gonna roll through the day here really soon as this truck is so full that we just can't fit anything else in there. We'll get rid of this wall. We'll order more walls when we need them. This lamp, we'll definitely need it. Get that in there. Vintage mirror. We need this to set up for our TVs. I think we ordered like 9 of these. You know, we do want a rather decent sized TV. It's gonna look a little off though. I will say that on the bottom here, it doesn't look as lined up. From a distance, you can't tell as much. And I like this idea. I'm not sure if I want to use it. I wish that you could kind of tilt these sideways. Can you? I don't think you can. You can't. You know, so we could put this over the TV, but you just can't turn them sideways. Another wall here. We're getting pretty close. This thing is not going to be able to hold too much more on this truck. Another TV, another mirror. I'm calling these TVs like they're really TVs. They're not. They're mirrors, guys. They are meant for your bathroom, you know, but we're using them for TVs. You know, I think before when we built the bar, we also built our office in that same time frame, and we used them for security monitors in our office. So. You said Ohio. I'm guessing you don't like Ohio then, huh? Alright, I think that's going to be just about... I don't know. We could probably fit a few more boxes in there. We're getting close, though. You know, it's 17% return. Let's get that in there. Maybe that's our next challenge, right? We see how many boxes we can fit in the back of that truck. We order the smallest boxes in the game. Try to pack that thing up. And for these, we'll probably have to wind up moving these shelves so we can put the AC units behind it. But we'll do that later on. We'll focus on that later. Alright, another mirror. Oh, I'm going to put that in the wrong spot. That doesn't go there. It goes right here, and that will complete this. So not bad. You know, maybe this is like a 75-inch TV right there. for everybody in the bar to watch some sports on. Thought about doing multiple TVs, but that's probably just, you know, overkill for the walls. We don't need that. All right, we're fitting a few more boxes in here. I think we can make it work. Happy Friday, Jennifer. Welcome in. Not a sports fan. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We want to have a little bit of everything here in our plaza type store. You know, some sports, whatever, everything. A little bit of everything for everybody. All right, I think that's about it for what we currently need. We're gonna throw this in here, and then we are going to order some more hanging shelves. Let's go ahead and roll through the day, get this truck out of here, and collect like a couple dollars. All right, next day. I think we made a little bit of money, and that's only because we had a few items to return, which technically we lost money. We'll go ahead and open up. There's nothing to sell anyways. Percentage says 17. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot lower than that. We'll see what it is today. 42%. All right, there we go. That might be the highest we've ever got. 42% on the back of that truck. That is a record now. Trying to figure out what you want to do on your hypermarket? You started over and kind of regret it because of losing your money. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like I love starting over. I love it. But at the same time, I can't overwrite my file. I've got to have my old file just in case I want to go back to it. That's always my dilemma. I just can't. I can't overwrite, you know, save files. Just in case I want to go back and visit my old stores. All right, let's order some more hanging shelves because I don't think we have. Oh, we do have a few. Okay. We have a few. We are going to move the delivery cone to this side of the store because I think we're going to be working over here more on building things. We'll put this here. Not bad. You almost started over. Yeah, I think a lot of people were in that stage that there's just so much new stuff that they're just overwhelmed, and you know, starting over was the easiest way to go to deal with the new stuff. Alright, and this kind of helped out. We've gone through some items, set up a little bit more of the storage area, and kind of just worked on multiple things at one time. See if we can put this over here. That'll work like that. Remodeling. Yeah, that's the direction we go every single time. And there's another fridge. So we did find this fridge in our stack of boxes. And I think for space reasons, we're not going to put those fridges right here. I think these fridges are going to go to our bar area. We're going to need some right over in this area to put cold beverages in. Cold beers. Beer cans, beer bottles, whatever. Roger started over, yeah. Does surprise me. I think he's on his 7th or 8th restart. I don't know. He starts over, you know. And it's good to do that. But I think for me, starting over, especially if you don't reach the max level, you know, it kind of hurts to do that. But that's good though. Gives him a chance to reorganize again. All right, we'll throw these in here. Take advantage of our 42%. We had another mirror. We don't need that one. I think I ordered too many mirrors. All right, let's order some more hanging shelves. I think we're gonna need at least a night. Oh, it's his 6 store? Oh, okay. You were 87 when you restarted? Oh, that's painful. So painful. I think we need like 9 more of these hanging shelves. Oh, there's another wall. Throw that in there. We don't need that for the moment. Yeah, you know, and once again, starting over is not a bad thing at all because we do have, I don't know, 8 or 9 stores. I think we've shown off quite a few that we've started. So I guess technically that counts as a restart. We still have the save files if we wanted to go back to them. Yeah, that's a little bit high. Maybe I can lower this down just a tad bit. Probably not. It's going to have to be a-okay. I'm all right with that. We're gonna have to make that work like that. And we'll build one more row here, come over a little bit more to the side, and then maybe we'll have one more over here on the side over there as well. Money level check. There you go. How much money does everybody have now? What level are you on? What day are you on since the last time we have been live? Because I'm sure lots of you have barely slept any, barely eaten any, and you've been playing the update just non-stop. So, and if you haven't, why not? Why not? That's all I can say. Why not, right? Maybe you haven't had a chance. Hopefully you will get a chance to play the update more. Hey C, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to the weekend. I know C is happy for it. Day 11:35. There you go. So you've been open over 3 years in your store. It's a pretty good achievement there. Level 84. 4.7 million. 3-day weekend. That's right. That is right. We were just talking about that. 3-day weekend. Level 142. Wow, you're getting on up there, Brian. Definitely getting on up there. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier, how you have so many holidays around the end of December and the end of the year and the beginning of January, you know, and then once you finally get that long stretch of time with no holidays and you have to work for 5 days in a row for weeks and weeks and weeks, it's just miserable. It's the longest time in the world. This might be far enough out. I don't want it to come outside of the counter area because then it just feels like our workers are having to go all over the place to get, you know, whatever they're looking for. So I think we're going to get a plant, and then we're going to put a plant in that corner to kind of make up for the fact that doesn't look right. We'll move this one for now, and we'll buy another one if we have to. Yeah, we'll put this right here. That might actually be out of place. You know, this isn't a plant type place, but I do think that a barrel would work great to go with our theme. It will. Perfect. So now we have that little bit of gap taken care of from the hanging shelves. You're on day 104, level 56, and 3,124. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I think this is the goal right here. That's perfect. We'll build 6 of these here. We'll do 3 and 3, and then it'll be good. I mean, it's not going to cover everything. It's going to be a little small bar. We are going to have the counter here that has beer product on it on one side. We'll leave one side open for walk-ups, but I think that that's going to work out great. And once again, I want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support on this channel, especially this series, guys. Yeah, just talking nerdy statistical numbers for the channel. We hit over 4,000 watch hours on this channel last week. That is a lot of watch hours. You guys are tuning in, at least having us going in the background. You might not watch every episode every single minute, but you at least have us going in the background, and that's huge. 4,000 watch hours is a lot for YouTube numbers, so that's a lot of watch time. You guys especially love your hypermarket. Yeah, that's a lot. I was really surprised. 4,000 is insane. That's a huge number. All right, let's come over here, and we might have to move this over a little bit. I think we will. That's a little bit too close to that. That's good, and that's good. Perfect. We'll do one more area. No, I don't think we can, because it's going to be the same deal. I don't know. We'll try it and see what it looks like. We might have to raise it up just a tad bit so it's a little bit higher than the counter, but
Attention shoppers, the hypermarket will be closing soon. Please proceed to the checkout areas. Thank you for shopping with us.
got more plants, and I do think we're gonna put that there, and then also put an arch right here. Yeah, I'm trying to trick C into doing a live stream. I don't think she's never gonna do one, but I'm trying to trick her into it. You know, like accidentally clicking on the live button, and you know, she'll be live and just won't know it. Maybe we just, you know, have to convince her that she's not live. Trying to trick her though. Also, you know, maybe we could trick her into doing at least some co-op or something. You know, she doesn't have to be on the microphone or do any voice, but maybe we can trick her into doing some co-op on the live stream to play some games with us. All right, we have a couple more hanging shelves, I think. Did we have any more, or did I not order enough? Maybe I didn't order enough. I either order too much or not enough. It's never the perfect amount. I don't think I ordered enough. I need like one more, I think. And there's the arc we need. So we need to put this over here in the corner. We are getting rid of these corner sides of the building. All right, 4 rack here. Let's do that. Throw that in there. And there's the one we're looking for. Oh, internet definitely makes a difference. I completely understand that. Yeah, that needs to be a little bit higher. We have to raise these up just a little bit. And I don't know. That might be a bit too high. We're gonna have to see how that works out. The customers might not be able to reach it at that point. We have to move it over a little bit too. So maybe we do this then. You know, it does go right here with this, and we do this. Let's see how low we can go on these and make it work out. I think that's about it. So we'll do this right here. If we can get these lined up, maybe. There we go. That'll work. That will work. We'll do 3 here. So we do need, it looks like 4 more on that side for here. And then maybe, you know what? Maybe we do run these over here because this barrel right here, maybe they can line up with it. So we'll order 10 more because there is a lot of alcohol. I mean, there's a lot of alcohol to stock up here in this bar area. We do need more fridges too. So we'll order like 15 more of these. Probably overkill, completely okay. And then we do need to order more fridges. I think we'll go ahead and order like maybe 5 more of those. And that is not the bakery one. There we go. It is this one right here. Let's see if this works. Tonight, what are we working on tonight? Well, we are going to finish the barrel, the sports bar. We're going to have that finished tonight. And then I think we're going to work our way around in circles here. We're also going to work on the salon some. I don't know. I've got to look over the picture. We are going to work on the electronic department in this corner area. And then I think this is going to be our pet store. But I don't know. We'll just kind of see the flow of things. That's the main thing is trying to figure out what we're going to do next and how we're going to do it. So there we go. That looks good. Yep, and we'll do that right over here and come out 3 more. I think we will put 3 more here at the very bare minimum. You know, I have the idea of what we want to do, but it's just about doing it now, right? You know, when you have the idea in your head, sometimes you got to figure out how to get to the next step, especially when you have like 12, 13, 20 ideas. You got to figure out how you go from 1 to 20. You know, you don't want to go from 1, 6, 9. You kind of have to figure out how you get to the next step, and that's kind of where we're at. You know, we've got to keep the game plan going and just let things kind of naturally flow. Trying to get a lot done. It won't feel like that. I will say that for sure. Last episode we got a lot done. I mean, we made a lot of progress. Tonight I don't think it's gonna feel like we get as much done because it's more the smaller details. You know, placing furniture around inside apartments takes a little more time than placing down walls and structures, you know, so it's gonna feel like we got a lot less done tonight. But we're getting there, slowly but surely, guys. You know, I think the biggest store design we did, I think it took us like 12, 13, 14, 15 hours to do in 3 or 4 episodes. So this will probably top that. You know, we might be looking at a couple weeks before we're completely done, and maybe longer than that. And there's going to be a lot of going back and forth. You know, there might be something that you guys come up with idea-wise that I see, and we go back and change it. Wish we could get loans in this game. Yeah, I've heard several people say that, and I think if you really want some money-making tips, I can definitely help you out to get some money up quick. It's pretty easy to do if you focus on just selling your top profitable item. So if you need some money making tips, I can definitely help you with that. And I think everybody in here is pretty rich. We got a lot of people that's got millions and millions of dollars in this game. So if you need tips, pretty much anybody in here can probably help you out. Yeah, I think this is the go. I mean, this will work great. We'll bring this right over here to this barrel and kind of line it up, and that's all right. You know, it's not going to be perfect as far as the counter goes here. We just need a little bit of room to get in. I don't think we have that though, so we might have to bring this back a little bit to make it more realistic. There we go. There we go. We just need a little space to squeeze in here. There we go. That works. And yeah, that'll work. And I have this idea, and I'm not sure, like this corner over here, I keep going back and forth between electronics department and another idea that I have. I want to make a hypermarket shrine and test area. And what I mean by that is, guys, if you have an item in the game or something that just really stands out, I'd like to put your item in this room, or your idea and design in this room, and kind of combine it, you know, like a hypermarket Hall of Fame type area. But at the same time, I want that area to be a test area. You know, like let's use this room here to test out ideas for things that we might think works. And then also things you guys come up with that you want, you know, to share with the community. So we might turn that into like a hypermarket players only type lounge. You know, like this is an area that customers can't get to. We'll try to figure out a way to block it off, and we'll store everything there. So that's an idea I had. I'm not sure how we go about doing that, because we do have to block off the product if we do that. That might be a little more challenging, you know, especially with the customers being able to buy product through the wall. So we're gonna have to figure out how we do that. But lots of departments. We definitely don't have a shortage of ideas for things we want to do. In fact, we probably got way too many ideas. But this will help us get through the time, pass the time until the second floor comes, which I absolutely think we're going to get that pretty soon. I don't know a time frame, can't give you an exact date, can't give you a guesstimate, I don't know. Not a future teller, but I do think we're going to get that sooner than later this time, because it was supposed to be in this update. So that tells me it's pretty close to being reality if it was supposed to be in the last update. Let's get in the back of the truck here. Yeah, me too. The second floor is going to be it. Like that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go crazy excited, and the first night that that's out, we'll probably do like a 6-hour live stream. I don't know. You guys will probably have to either kick me off the live stream, or you'll probably just have to leave. And I still don't think that'll work. You probably got to do the first, because I'll stream to nobody. If nobody's watching, I'll still be live streaming. I'll still be here. You guys can be asleep, and I will be here still working on the store. That's how excited I'm going to be for that update. They slowly turn to always face you. I've never noticed that. Maybe your employees do. Mine, they I don't know. They look away. Mine never look me in the face. It must be a respect thing. I'm not sure. We're gonna go see here. Even when I talk to him.
Boss.
See? Well, he's looking at me now. I'm shocked. All right. We'll let you keep your job. Oh, they all will if they're not on break? I just say we need a megaphone, guys. I am so hooked on the megaphone in the Mega Store Simulator game. And I can't get away from the idea that I want a megaphone or a PA system. I don't think we need a megaphone. I think we need a PA system. You know, let me pick up the phone right here. Let me come over to the computer right here to this phone. Let me pick up this phone and announce to the customers that we're closing. You know, let me replace the person who normally does it, the automated voice. Let me give her a break. She's got to be tired. She said that 3,558 times in this store. I'm pretty sure she is sick of it. She needs a break. Let me give her that break. All right, so we can't put that out of bounds like I thought we could, but I do think to make this work like we want, maybe we're gonna run this like this first, and that one goes out of bounds too. Maybe we need to line them up on the lines there. Come over here. Same deal with this one. And we're going to put a little bit of curve on this last one back here. Come here. And we'll create like a little walkway. This back one here, we'll give it... Oh, it'll fit perfect right there in that corner. I think. Oh, please work with me. Alright, maybe not. Maybe we need to go a little bit further up. I don't think it's gonna work. It's not gonna work like we want it to. That's alright. I'll have to figure something out for that one. I mean, I don't want to waste any space in this area, but we might have to. I think this might actually look a little better, so we'll come up. We're not wasting too much space, but it's not gonna be exactly to the limit there. And I like that. I think that looks good. We'll put some plants out here in front of this to kind of corner that off as well. And then we'll come over here and do this. That's not bad. You know, we have room for a plant, decoration here, decoration there. Maybe a corner. If we wanted to wall this off, we absolutely could. We could put a wall out here. But I think this, you know, is going to be a wide open space. All right, back to the hanging crate shelf here in the barrel area, which is getting pretty close to being done. We're going to throw some tables in here, some chairs in here, and then I think we're good. I mean, once that's in here, it's small, simple, but it works. We do need 3 more crates, and I think 1 more fridge. Maybe we take this out of the way. We'll have 1 single dartboard in here. Possibly just in this area right here. Yep. And I think that's the best thing about the design that we're doing and making it work, is we have to set limitations on everything, right? So like if you wanted all these departments, let's say we wanted 20 departments, we don't set limitations on anything. We just start in here. We come in here blindly just building departments. You know, it might work out, but you might have some things that are a bigger size than you'd like them to be. You might run out of space. You know, you might get 6 departments in and you had an idea for 9. So now you maybe have to backtrack. But if you do work within your limitations and set the limitations up front, you know, then maybe you be able to fit everything that you truly want. But I can say that honestly, you know, if this was our second, maybe first store design, there's no way. We'd never be able to make this work. This is from a lot of experience, a lot of practice, you know, trial and error from plenty of mistakes made building stores. So it's kind of all, you know, testing us to the limit, see what we can do. Oh, come on. You know what? It's because of this right here. We're going to have to move that over here. And I think I'm all right with that. We'll put that there. Maybe move this barrel to the corner and then put this right there. I think that works better because the barrel was limiting us from putting this one there. Yep. That's what it was. And that's perfect. I like that. That's it. I mean, that's all we needed right here. I think we do want to put 3 there maybe, but I don't think we can because this crate is right here. So I think that's good. We'll put our fridge here, put some tables down, and this area should be good to go. And we'll put a sign here. We're going to put some fencing in the area, and I don't know about the self-checkouts there. I'm going to guess we probably need to put one in every single department, but I'm not sure if we put one in the bar. I don't know. And that works. I mean, we can pretty much use 2 shelves for each product. Maybe we put some Sprite, some Coke in here as well, waters, stuff of that sort. All right, let's order some tables and some chairs. We need some bar stools, right? And I think we're actually going to try to use some of these wall lamps here as well. I don't know how we're going to do that, but I think we are going to do that. Let's go up and see. I don't want to use the desk. I mean, I do like the bigger tables, but unfortunately there is not like a huge table here. You kind of have to combine tables, and I think that's what we're going to have to do with these again. We're just going to have to combine these. And the chair idea, once again, we either have these, which I don't think we want to use the plastic chairs. I think we are going to go with the orange cozy chairs. Maybe not. I don't know. We got to switch it up. We can't keep the same style on all of them. We'll go with these regular white chairs. Let's see how this looks. And I do want to test these out to see if we can't put these on the walls here, which I think will look good, maybe around the windows. Maybe around the TV here. I don't know. What do you guys think of this idea? I don't know. The lighting on this one, I'm kind of just in the middle. I don't know which way I want to go on that. I had this idea in my head and they looked a lot different, but once I place them down, it doesn't look the same as what I thought it was going to. So we'll see. We might come back to that idea. All right, let's get some tables set up here and some chairs. We still have to do the restrooms too, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have just a little small restroom area. We're not going to overdo that area. We ordered a lot of those, so we're gonna utilize them somewhere. I just don't know where. Yeah, that works. You know, it's not the cozy chairs, but it is a little different than our cafe area. It's gonna have a little bit of a different feel to it. All right, that's good. That's nice. We'll do the same thing on the other side here, and we'll kind of just spread these out. You know, we'll put them in little patterns. Maybe we have 4 in here as well, like we did the cafe area. Just not overkill. Once again, just going to be a little small, limited area, which I think will look okay. Just throw that to the side. Did we need any more of these? I don't think we did. I think we've got all the hanging crates we needed to finish out this area. Yeah, we did. I mean, I'd love to put one here, but unless I move this out of the way, we're not going to be able to do that. But yet, maybe we can run this here like that. I don't know if that's going to work out like we want it to. Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's absolutely going to create problems trying to do that. So I think that's going to be all for our hanging. If we can get this back in place. Yep. All right. We're going to take this to the truck and be done with it. That will work. Let's get some more chairs. And I did say we're going to move our delivery cone. So let me do that now before I forget. So we're not walking across the other side of the parking lot getting all our items. And we'll move that over here. And once we get a cart or something to carry items around, more than one item, it'll help out a whole lot. You just fill that thing up and just go to the other side of the store with like 10 boxes maybe. All right, let's get another table here. And I really like the idea of this maybe even being like a bar. That's why I said we need bar stools, because this right here could absolutely be a bar. If we had bar stools, this would be perfect. You know, like give me this right here. And matter of fact, this isn't a bad idea. We might actually use this as a bar type area. And we'll leave the open, maybe the side open for people to come up to. So maybe we do that like that. Maybe we'll turn a couple seats here into like a little bar area. I just don't know how we could use bar stools. I mean, I don't know. You know, we could always try the barrels to turn those into seating pretty much, but I don't know if it would look that great. All right, then we're gonna put this one back here, which should be all right. Yep. throw that to the side until we figure out what we're doing with the lights. And once again, I think these might be good to put right here on the side. Kind of on the entrance when you first come in. So why don't you use display furniture? That way you can sell the items and not like people actually sit down. Yeah, that is the goal. That is the goal. I think we are going to use some display items. And we might use them as furniture anyways until, you know, maybe it'll change. I don't know. That's a good idea though. That is a good idea. And I don't think we have all those unlocked. We'll go back to that. We'll always come back to that. I think that is a good idea, but I think the reason I'm not doing it just yet is just because it is going to take away from our customer count. But I think that is a good idea though. Let's move this to the truck. And that's also something that I suggested to Cassat, which they love the idea, allowing us to remove the tags from the display items. That way you can turn them into actual furniture, decorative items, and not just items that you sell. I think that would be an amazing idea, and they love that idea as well. So we'll see. Maybe that happens. Then we can use all the furniture in the game just for decorations. And I think that's, you know, I think that's what we'll eventually do to switch out some of the tables here, because there's so many tables that we could possibly use. I'll put this right here. The good thing is, since we've got this set up, we can always go back and change it and just swap out tables, right? You know, so we got so many tables in the game, so many chairs in the game, we can always just go back and swap them out. That's the good thing about the design, just getting it set in place. If we want to change something, we can do that pretty quick. Alright, that's good. We need about 10 more chairs. And I think we might do a little bit of off live stream work, guys. We might actually try to work on setting up our storage a little more off camera, and then unlock the rest of the license, and then maybe start replacing some of these items anyways with some of the display product. We might go ahead and do that anyways. And I know it's going to drag down the customer count, but I'm okay with that. I think we'll be all right. It'll look better for sure than what we currently have. Yeah, that's good. I do want to put this here. Yeah, because there's way better looking chairs, way better tables, and we can replace those with the newer stuff, and it's going to look really, really good. I don't think we need any more tables. I think we're good on tables. Possibly. Yeah, I think that's all right. I think that's quite all right. We might put one over here. Just if you're playing darts, you can come over here. And I mean, that makes sense for a lot of things as well. Like this area here, same deal. You know, we might replace the items, same deal with the couch. And if we can remove the tags from those display items, we can absolutely turn those into a different type area with upgrades to all the furniture that we put down. I've got to figure out what we truly want to do with these. I mean, I do like these kind of spread out to be kind of like side lights. Yeah, let's throw that down. I think we got plenty of those. We'll come back to that. So another table. I think we need one more table and then the rest of the chairs. And this area should be pretty good. I don't think there's a whole lot to add to it. I think the biggest thing will just be changing out product. And we don't even need that. Don't need that at all. I'm gonna throw that in the corner for now. Alright, chairs. That's exactly what we need next. And then we're gonna order a sign, put our sign in place, order some fences, and then we'll move on. We'll go to our next section. And that's the biggest thing, is just getting this set up, guys. I think it's a lot easier once you've got things set up how you want them, and then you can just go back and fix it from there. I mean, it's not like we really don't have to fix anything. It's more of just swapping out items for the same design that we currently have and upgrading furniture. And it's as simple as just moving something, boxing it up, throwing it away, and then putting the new item in place. So alright, we don't need any more of these. We're good there. I ordered those. We are going to utilize those somehow, some way. Speaking of lights, I don't think there's any hanging lights for display items, now that I'm thinking of that. Because I do, now that, you know, trying to run across ideas in my head for ideas, or for ways to utilize these lights. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to put them right here. You can't put them up here. Yeah, I think we're going to utilize these like on the wall here. Yeah, let's throw this in here while I'm thinking of it. And I do like these over the windows. Fences here. This, we still need to figure out how we're going to place a kitchenette in here. I did want to utilize that. More fences. Alright. Kind of just scouring through some product here. I think for now we're going to place this in here. And I think that'll look good. I don't think it's going to look bad at all. And I'd like to be able to customize the color of the lights and make those more functional as decorations, but I'll take it. I think we'll do the same thing here. Another table, we don't need that. I ordered that. We'll throw that in there. Let's bring this over here. Put that there. We have another arch that I ordered, I think for that back corner. I think that's where this one goes, yeah. We ordered enough just to be able to replace the corners here. And it's pretty cool. You can see kind of the cold air coming through the back there from those ACs. That is pretty neat. Pretty neat detail. We got to get that set up in place a little bit better. Not bad. And I do like that. We did use those in a store design before to incorporate into other departments. Kind of give it a little bit of cold air for the departments. We might actually do that now to test that out, to see what that looks like. I mean, I like that idea. You know, AC inside the store pretty much. We do need a smaller sign. We're gonna order that for the barrel. We do need some fencing again. And I'll order 8 of each one. We got fences. Order a few more of these. And then we want to find the AC unit. We want to test that idea out. I think that's more at the top. And I'll be glad when they add in the search function, guys, because there's so much furniture, so many things that you scroll through. And you can get lost, literally. If you don't have an idea where something's at, you'll get lost. Order 10 more of these. I do want to test this idea out. We ordered everything. It's on the other side of the store. I forgot. We moved the cone. We did do that. All right. So this is pretty cool here. You know, it doesn't do anything. It's more meant for just looks. You know, but if we wanted to keep this area nice and cool, we could. You know, we put AC units inside the store. So in the summer, you know, the store is nice and cool. All right, and can we get this set up right? I hope we can. It's gonna look a little bit off, maybe. Maybe not. Let's see how far underneath we are. I can't tell. There we go. I think that's all right. That's good. That is good. I like that. And then we're going to name our bar here, guys. Let's go to the text. The barrel. Let's do a space here. We have to do it at the bottom too. That's right, because it does one sign on the back. So maybe we need to leave that one at the top alone. Yeah, that's good. I like it. It's nice and neat. I like it on the back side too. Authentic reason. That's right. That's exactly what we're doing. Trying to create an authentic looking place, and that looks good. Fence doors. We're going to try to utilize these. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it here. The walkway here is really small, so we're probably just going to use regular fencing here. Nothing directional. And same deal here. We're going to put this here at the top there. Once again, it's just for looks, guys. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to keep our alcohol cold. It's not going to do anything at all. It's just for looks. And we'll do that in our test room that we're going to create. We'll put that one there too. Fencing. Here we go. So we will. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think if we make these like this, directional at the front here, maybe these will still work. I like that. You know, like we could have an employee sitting right out here out front, kind of just making sure that there's not any problems being caused here at the front of our sports bar. Yeah, I just kind of wish you could, you know, mirror them. That way they would look together, because at this point you would have to create this other one on the other side, and I don't think we can grab it until it closes again. That's the bad part, is once you set them down, it's hard to move them unless you're out of the way. See, so that's kind of confusing right there a little bit. It does create a little bit of a path. It separates them out though if you do them close together, because now you're going to walk in one side and walk out the other side. What you're going to see is a cool little loop-de-loop. You'll see the customers come in one side here, and then when they walk out, they're going to try to stay over here, because this one, essentially when it's closed, will be the opposite. So you might see a little bit of a path, maybe, but with 1,000 customers, probably not. You're probably not going to be able to tell. It's just going to look like a big mass chaos. You're just going to see a bunch of people all jumbled together, probably fighting each other, if I had to guess. Yeah, we'll throw this one away. I don't think we're going to use that one for the moment. We do have some more AC units to put in here. I like that one there. We'll put one over here. That's our AC unit here. We'll put one in our salon area that we're going to set in place. And I might want to just throw this one in here for now because we're going to put a back wall there. We're going to change that back wall up just a little bit. And I think we can put one of these over here. Fence door, I don't think we need any more of for now. Throw that down. Same deal with that one. And I don't know, we may have this too close. And it's working on the other side, I just don't know why we're not. Let's see if we can get this one down. Might be because that barrel, the position of it. There we go. We got it. And so the front here, the front entrance to the salon, we're probably gonna have to come out a little further in, as we've now got the front entrance of the barrel kind of overlapping it. So we might have to make a little change on that too. Got our AC unit there. Got one in the corner there. I think we're pretty good here. We got one over there. I think we'll put one on the opposite side here. And I promise, we're not going to try to freeze you out. That's what it's going to feel like, though. It's going to feel like we're freezing everybody out of here. And same here. And then over here. So that's good. I think that's all the fencing we want. And you'll see a little bit of directional. I mean, just enough space here to walk through. I hope we don't get customers just glitching in place just because there's a small walk path. So we'll see how that winds up working out. And then everything else, it looks like it's going to be trash for the most part. And we'll put this right back here in kind of the middle area. We still have to fix that. I mean, we do have a little bit of a gap here. As a matter of fact, we're going to try to cover that up somehow. Somehow we're going to cover that up. Fence area here. I don't know where we're going to put the rest of the fencing at. I think this is good though. This area here is complete. I mean, I don't think we're going to put anything else. We need some more chairs though, and that's it though. So we'll move on. We'll go on to our next section. I'm satisfied with the way that looks. Yeah, once again, I think the biggest change that we might ever make in that area is just swapping out furniture. Because there are definitely better chairs and tables to put in here. No more tables, we don't need that. Throw that in the back there. And I might have to challenge you guys one night to keep track of all the extra product that we order and throw away and send back in the sellback truck. See if we can't come up with a total and see how much money that I waste every single episode that we have. Because it's a lot. I'm pretty sure I waste a lot. Every single time we order product, it's always wasteful. I think we're good. We have more chairs over here, I think, maybe? I think we had a few more chairs over here, possibly. Or is that all fencing? That's all fencing. Alright, so I think we need how many more chairs? Let's see. Let's go count it out. So I can order the exact amount. We're good here. We need, good at the bar, we need 4 chairs here, 2 here. So 6 more. Be a challenge and a half. It absolutely would. It'd be a challenge and a half, guys. I might measure out the floor, right? I might measure out the distance between walls, but I never measure out how much product we need. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. It's like having a party and inviting over 6 people, and I say, all right, well, I'm going to buy 6 Coca-Colas, large 2 liters for everybody, and then I order like 30 cups, right? It doesn't make sense, does it? At all. All right, we now have 6. Cone is still over here. I think we'll put these right here on the side, on the backs. Try to be meticulous about your ordering. Yeah, I need to. I don't know why, I just don't. I keep forgetting we moved the cone over here. Yeah, I need to be more meticulous, but I just don't. I don't, you know. I just feel like I order and order and order, and if it's not enough, I order more, but I just order lots of boxes, guys. I don't know why. I always do that. And I think, once again, it has to do with the fact that we have an unlimited amount of money. That's probably the biggest thing and the biggest reason why. If I had a limited amount of money and I was pretty close to being broke, I don't think I'd do that. I would probably be more careful with my money, but unfortunately, that is the situation. Alright, let's go put this down. We are just about done with this area. And honestly, I do look forward to upgrading our chairs and tables. I mean, there are way better looking chairs and tables in the game. And we can definitely swap them out for sure. You know, like the extra stuff all over the place. Yeah, and I get that too. I get that too. Alright, that works. Looks good, guys. I think this is it. I think this is exactly the way we want it to look in here. The only changes we will probably make down the line are going to be swapping out chairs, maybe swapping out tables. Maybe we'll get some TVs down the road we can actually place on the walls to fix that up. But I think it looks good. It's not bad at all. It kind of mirrors the old bar that we had a while back, so I do like it. I mean, there's always room for improvement. But for now, that's kind of the design we have. The next design we got to try to figure out here. Let's put this up here on the wall here. That'll work. Is we need to bring this out. We either need to close this off more and bring that out, or what? I'm not sure. What am I doing? I'm running to the wrong area here. Let's order some display walls, if I can find those. Yep, I can. And I think we need 3 of these. Same deal. It's gonna look kind of similar to the clothing department that we have. But not exactly the same. It's gonna be a little different. And walls too. What did I say? Did I say? Yep, I did say walls. We need some 0.5, I think. We'll be alright. I mean, I don't know how much further out we're gonna have to go. We definitely want to close this off a little bit from where we're currently at. Maybe let's order the 2x8s. Let's do that instead. We'll do the 2x8s. Let's bring this over here and put this in the back of the truck. Let's throw that there and order our 2x8 walls. Yeah, we only need 2 of these at the moment. I think we do need a couple of those. But we're not going to dive too much into building the salon. I do have to go back and look at the photo and kind of figure out where everything is at. And I want to just kind of mirror this as much as possible for this salon. Because we are going to need some sinks. We're going to need a lot of things to put in here. Alright, there's our walls first. Let's do this right here. And this actually might be a little different. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that at all. We might actually have to go with the smaller walls. Because these are massive. I mean, this right here leaves for not much of an entrance at all. Hey Cozy, welcome in. I did say salon. Happy Friday to you. Jumping in at the perfect time. We are trying to get started on this area, but I think we're going to have to do a little more research and looking at the photo to make sure we get the exact details exactly right to match it up like we want it, to have it looking exactly like Cozy's. And we are going to name it Cozy's Style Show and Tell. Or maybe we do it backwards. Show and Tell Cozy Style. But that one we're going to have to definitely do a little research on and make sure we have the exact setup that we want to duplicate. Yeah, and we're going to take the wall here. We have one wall here, but I think we need another one. And it's just because the barrel came out a little too far. It's definitely going to be a nice setup, and glad we saw the idea. And I think implementing the ideas that you guys have is a great way to show tribute to all the great designs everybody's has. I think that's good. All right, it's a nice setup. I don't know. I mean, I did want to come out a little bit further, but once again, we don't want to run way too far out here. I mean, it is a spacing issue at the end of the day, but that works really good. We put an AC unit in here. We got an AC unit over here. I don't think we did. I don't see any smoke or cold air coming from over here, so I don't think we have the AC unit in there. And I do think, while we're at it, we can probably put an arch here to kind of corner that off as well. And same here. We'll bring this more to the front, and we're going to order two arches. Yep, that is going to be the salon space. And I took a picture. I had to go back and find the picture of the setup, and we do have to work on the details, so I'm going to have to get that pulled up to make sure it completely matches up. And I'm pretty sure we got the walls off already, so we'll have to go back and double check to see how that looks. Mirrors directly on the walls. Okay. I thought I missed something. I'm pretty sure I did. I took some screenshots, some pictures, so it is one of the things we're going to have to probably constantly go back and fix to get perfect. And unfortunately, we can't hit the copy and paste button and get it exactly like we want. So we'll probably leave this one like it is and come back to it after I get a little bit more research and imagery on the pictures, because I'm going to have them pulled up when I get this built. And we're adding AC in here. We don't want anybody to get too hot in this area, so. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I promise. As a matter of fact, did I order that arch? I did. I ordered the arch already. That arch is already over here. We did have another wall, and then I did have this arch that we were going to put in this other corner. Based ordering system? I'm not sure. That's a good question, Brian. I am not sure. We do want to put that there, I think, for now. We have another AC unit that I ordered. All these boxes, we've got to start loading this truck up again. Matter of fact, let's do that. Yeah, it is on the roadmap. I'm not sure exactly what it is though, but it is on the roadmap. All right, we're gonna move on from this salon, guys, because the more I think about this idea and the more I need to really look deeper to not mess it up. I'll do more research on it, and we'll do better on building it next time and get it more set up like it actually looks in the picture. Because looking at the picture, I don't think I'm doing a great job of it right now. We don't want to mess that up at all. I think we are going to come over here and build our seasonal shop here, or at least get the walls up on it. And the one thing we did forget in here is our self-checkout, because we are putting a self-checkout in every single department. So essentially we're going to have like 15, 20 self-checkouts in our store. We should eliminate customer problems, you know. We shouldn't have to worry about lines being backed up. Let's sort a few of these. I think we're just gonna have one in here. I think we'll have it right up here, close to the bar area. Just like this, maybe a little bit further back. We do need a little room to walk around here. Perfect. So that's good. We have one in here. That's all we need for this area. Ordered those. Another self-checkout. We'll have one in here. And I did buy these. We want to put more into the clothing area over here, which essentially this is just way too close together. We do need to spread this out, and I think we're gonna at least make this double what it is. I think so. I think we'll do that like that. This corner area doesn't need to be as big as it is. So we're gonna order one more of those. Oh, you don't have the display shelves in your salon? What did I take a picture of then? We're gonna have to scratch that all together, guys. I don't even know what I took a picture of then. I think you have the hanging shelves, don't you? Maybe I took a picture of the wrong thing. And I think it's just hanging shelves that I saw, maybe, in that salon. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the pictures again. Might have been your clothing store. I might have to look and see. Something had hanging shelves. I'm gonna have to go back and look, guys. We absolutely are butchering that idea altogether. Alright, that's good. That's wide enough space. And I think we'll do one more out to here. Yeah, we'll do two more of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch and take some more pictures and work on that. You'll send me pictures. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a simpleton by nature. I'm a simpleton. I'm a male and I am a simpleton. So two things working against me. Those things are hard to overcome, guys. If you're a simpleton and you're a man, you know exactly how I feel. And unfortunately, I tried to do copy and paste with the keyboard, and for some reason it would not copy and paste like it normally does. I don't know what's going on. I thought that copy and paste was a universal thing. I guess not. think that's good. I think that's wide enough. That's a pretty large clothing area though. I don't know if we truly need that much space. Because you can put a lot on these here. A lot. And it might be too much. Maybe not though. I think we're going to leave it just like that. We are going to use plenty of different shelving types in here. And I think I need another self-checkout. Yep, we're going to do one of these. What else do we need in this area? We're going to put an AC unit in here. Shit was copy and paste and not coffee and paste. Oh, you know what? It was. It absolutely was. It was coffee and paste. I don't know what I was thinking. I do not know what I was thinking. Alright, we're going to buy some signs. We're going to buy some more of these here while we're in ordering mode again. That's exactly what we're in, ordering mode right now. We got plants where we need them. I think we need like 5 more to complete our outdoor area here. The boutique display, we're going to buy one of these. And I think that's it. I think we've ordered enough product for the moment. Until we get stuff cleaned up, right? We're over here making a huge mess. Boxes everywhere. And once again, I don't know who's going to clean all this up, guys. Alright. And I think the goal is to try to utilize every single item in the game. You know, that was one of the big things. Was utilize all the furniture types, every single thing that's out there. I do like these for shutters. So we did order a few more of these. We're going to use these on the front of the store here. Kind of block the sunlight on those bright days. More AC units. We're going to bring this in here. I don't think you can put it on the display wall. I think it has to be on the back wall. Yeah, it has to be on the back. Which unfortunately, we're gonna do a workaround with that. We're gonna use the old walk trick to make that work like we want it. Oh, look at that. Speaking of which, there's the wall. So, this here is gonna go here. We're gonna place our AC unit on here, like this, and then we are going to remove that. Bam. All right. So. There you go. We have an AC unit in here. Pretty cool. I love that trick, and I'm glad that it didn't get removed from the game. A few more of these. Photos in Discord. Awesome. Thank you. I will pull those up here. Take a look. To make sure we get it right. We definitely don't want to design something to be, you know, it wasn't what we said it was, and then somebody goes and watches the video and it's definitely not that. We got some splaining to do if we do that. Let's come over here with this one. Perfect. I know. It doesn't have to be exact. I know. But I want to replicate as much as I possibly can, because we do have quite a few amazing designs that we've seen, ranging from your salon to bakeries and other ideas that we've seen. So definitely want them to look as close to what we've seen as possible. Maybe we do this in the very middle here for now. We're going to wind up moving that. But that is the goal, guys. This is going to be pretty much the community hypermarket, and we're going to try to implement everything we've seen. You know, that's a lot, as much as possible. We've seen so many designs and great ideas. It's going to be hard to put everything together into one store, but we're going to try to do our darndest. Especially names wise, you know. We might wind up changing the department names of everything we do and change them using names you guys already use. So I don't think we can put this, can we? I don't think we can. Yeah, it just doesn't work like that in that area. That'll work. Alright, it's gonna be really hard to make all these different furniture types fit in the clothing area. Which maybe that's why we made it so big. Yeah, that'll work just like that. I think we are gonna have one of these. Well, let's do the rest of the side first before we decide to do any more anywhere else. That'll work. And the blinds is a great idea. I mean, that's I would have never thought of that. I would have never thought to use those as blinds for your store and the windows. That works like that. Self-checkout. We got one more here, and I don't know where we need to put one currently. I also said we're getting real pets to sell. Man, you guys just love making up things that Goat never said. Maybe we need to play that game. We need to play that one game, you know, like one truth and one lie. Or maybe two of these are true and one of these is a lie, and I'll give you guys 3 sentences and you guys pick out which one's a lie. Absolutely, that's the lie. Goat never said that. If he did, I want to hear it. You guys play it back for me so I can hear that. That's funny though. Yeah, 2 truths and a lie. There you go. That's the game. See, I can't even explain games right. That's bad. Oh, these can go together better. You can absolutely put these together just like this. Alright, so we'll worry about placing these together like that. I'll do that later on off stream. I'll do that behind the scenes, guys, so you don't have to watch the struggle, because it is definitely going to be a struggle. The OCD will kick in a little bit. A little bit. We'll put this in here for now. Self-checkout that I have no clue where we're going to put that at, guys. I ordered a billion different items to get it started and I have no clue where it's all going to go. I just know every department needs an AC. I know that much. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Cozy. I really, really appreciate it. Definitely check back in and make sure that I have not sabotaged and completely messed up building that salon. Appreciate you dropping in. Definitely have a great weekend. That's what you call accountability, guys. If I'm messing up, I need somebody to tell me about it. Got to keep me in line. I mean, you know, I don't think you can keep me in line, but at least keep me in a circle. And I don't think I'm going to bother resetting these right here and re-putting them down. We're getting 300 new items in a space shuttle launch pad? That is crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe we are. Who knows? Who knows? No one truly knows besides Croissant. What else do we got over here? Are we about out? Just about. Alright, this is a nice area here. I think we might move these out of the way. This might be the area where we put the grill heads. Maybe? Let's see how that looks if we bring these over here and then keep that area kind of wide open. Yeah, me too. I absolutely do too. I really thought about using the roof, you know, things that I'd put up there, and I would absolutely put a restaurant up there. I'd put a restaurant on the roof. Be a great spot to have it. Yeah, I think this is good. I think we'll put our self-checkout and the counter over here, maybe the grill somewhere in here. This will seat very few people. Very minimal. We'll throw that over there. Yeah, kind of something like similar to this with the grill area right here. No, that's definitely not what I said. Somebody's over here playing the game Two Truths and a Lie. Actually, you're making your own game up. You're playing the game called Three Lies, No Truths. You're making up a whole new game. Three Lies, No Truths. I'll put that fence over here. Self-checkout, we're going to put this back around by the truck. We do need to move this back to the other end again, it seems like. We'll throw this over here. I'll throw our tables back over there. Matter of fact, I did that. And just for now, guys, just for a placeholder, we're going to put some tables over here. Just for a placeholder. While we currently have the idea. We're going to swap these out. I mean, they're definitely going to be a different set of tables over here. Yeah, it is going to be cleanup time very soon in this store. I think we're going to put one of these in between each area. That way you have a table here, chair here, table here, chair here, and then same deal all the way out, I think. And then we'll run it to route right. Here is going to be the entrance. Or maybe here. And we do need to buy. Matter of fact, I think we've got all the different furniture that we need in this area. We're going to throw this away. And I do like this shelf here to possibly be inside the clothing store. But now our biggest challenge is going to be trying to figure out where we put everything in here. I do like the boutique to be up front. In the very middle. Move these things out of the way to see what we're kind of working with. In our clothing area, I do like this here to be kind of right here in the middle area with a little bit of a gap. That's alright. I know. And I like those boutique tables right here. Super Mario Chance, I appreciate the subscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you for following along and joining in. Newest member to the GOAT family, and testing out our new GOAT sounds, guys. We're going to try to implement the GOAT more often. Alright, let's place this right here on the front. I don't know. We're going to have to actually fill this up to see how it looks. Because I think these fill up and it's going to kind of block the way, so I don't know if we can do that. You heard that? Baby Goat is the new subscribe sound, guys. So if you are new to the channel, especially the first person tonight, Super Mario Chance, the very first person to get to hear our Baby Goat sounds. Pretty cool. Yeah, I thought about that. I was just messing around with the sounds, and we did change that today. Quad rack. I think we're gonna have to move this plant too. That just can't work. And we might do this like this here, to just kind of put in the corner next to the boutique. Yeah, and I mean, it's still kind of clustered in here. I like it, but it's just so crowded. That's the thing I don't like for it. Maybe we do this right here. We'll run a little bit of a space in between each one, with kind of like this here being the front display. Yeah, that works out pretty good. Overcrowding the clothing section. Yeah, we don't have a lot of clothing at all, but I think it'll be all right. I think it'll work out. I mean, we are going to utilize every single furniture item in the clothing section. You know, and I think that is it. I don't think there's any more items. I mean, that's the only furniture that you have for the clothing section. Well, I take that back. There's actually more. If you count the tables, then there's a lot more. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this does come out a little bit of distance here, but it's this rack right here that I just really can't find anything to do with. I mean, yeah, it's not going to look good either way in there. Yeah, I can see that too, Boo. That's kind of where my brain is starting to go towards. They were overcrowding it, but we're going to find a way to fit every single item in there. That is the goal. So we're going to throw these back in here while we currently have them in the area, because we essentially are going to wind up using every single one of these. We just don't know exactly how at the moment. I think it's going to be easier to use the smaller ones versus the bigger ones. So we're going to have to try to figure out how we make that work. For now, that's just going to have to be how it looks. We're going to throw away some items here. Fencing, I don't know. I don't think we need fencing for everything. I don't think every department store is going to need some fencing. I mean, we are probably going to use this for the front door. We're going to throw away some walls here. Do a little bit of some cleaning up while we're at it. Throw away that wall there. Well, throw it in the back there. The regular storage racks, I don't think we're going to wind up using those. We do have some self-checkouts. You could move the rack to the seasonal section for the Christmas and Halloween clothes. It's a good idea, Annie. It's a good idea. And welcome in, by the way. Happy Friday to you. And I thought about creating a seasonal store department, and that's kind of what this was going to be over here. You know, I wanted to put all the seasonal stuff, Christmas and Halloween clothes, and all the Christmas and Halloween items in one store. But I like that idea. I like the idea of having the Christmas stuff and Halloween stuff maybe in this store here. That's going to be a toss-up, guys. We're going to have to figure that one out. We're going to load this truck back up. Do a little cleaning up here. But that's a good idea. We might actually wind up doing that. Let's get this rack out of the way. And I think most of everything over here right now is racks. Yeah, and shelves. This leaves this corner area here, and I think, you know, once you first come in, the corner area here, I don't know what we want. We want a bigger department, right? So we do have electronics to make, we do have home goods to make, and I'm not sure what we want, where we want to put those areas. They're going to wind up being corner places. We're going to have a corner place here, a corner place there, and then we obviously have the hypermarket shrine is going to be in that corner there, and then we're going to have departments here. So I think we're going to have one department here on this side, and then also one here on this side. This place right here will be wide open. So it is coming together a little bit. We're getting there slowly but surely. It's a lot to try to figure out, especially once you get started, and that's the hardest part, is just kind of going along. I felt like we made a little bit of progress though, and it doesn't look too bad at all. And guys, I think we're actually going to wrap this one up about 30 minutes earlier than we normally do, maybe 15-20 minutes earlier for the night. Give you guys a chance to go enjoy your weekend. It gives me time to kind of ponder on what we've already done, maybe come up with some different ideas and setting things. But I feel like we made a lot of progress tonight. You guys let me know what you think about the store so far. Let me know what your favorite part is, what you don't think is going to work out, and then also what we can improve upon. But I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for another episode of Hypermarket Billionaire. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend. But we will definitely catch you all on Monday night. Hey, no worries, C. No worries at all. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And once again, if you're watching over on Twitch or you are new to the channel, if you want to hit that subscribe button, would love to have you around as we are newer on the Twitch platform for live streaming with our main channel over here on YouTube. And we do broadcast Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we do it for 3 hours live every time. Appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on Monday night. Goodbye, everybody.